Alright guys, so today I'm making a small video on solving inequalities with variables on one side. Now, first off, you gotta make sure that both expressions are simplified as much as possible. So if we notice here, we have to use distributive property and most likely combine like terms afterwards. So we're gonna work this out and then we're gonna go back and write each step. So I noticed that I have plus 2 here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute this 2 and go 2 times x, 2 times 4. Now I'm going to write down 3x since we didn't do anything with it. We just dropped it down. Plus 2 times x, 2 times 4 is plus 8, is less than 48. Now we notice our left expression is already in descending order, so we don't need to rewrite it. We could just go ahead and combine our like terms. Let's add up all our x's. 3x plus 2x gives us 5x plus 8 is less than 48. Now we're down to a two-step equation. So just to make things safe and easier and start making habits for future problems where we have a lot of variables and stuff, let's do this. Let's create a t-chart. Now we're going to look at both expressions and we're going to ask ourselves which one has the greatest variable between the two expressions. The left side has 5x plus 8, so we have 5x. Over here we have no variables, so I'm going to write this as my variable column. This side is going to be my constant. Anytime there is a term without a variable multiplying it, it is a constant since that number will not change. So, okay, now let's write down here 5x plus 8 is less than 48. Now let's do our inverse operations. We see plus 8, so the additive inverse of 8 will be to subtract 8. Subtract 8. This gives me 0, so I'm going to cross it out. That is our 0 pair. 48 minus 8 gives me 40. I'm going to drop down this 5x since we haven't done anything with it yet. It's less than. Now here, what we need to do now is do the multiplicative inverse of 5x since we're one step away from getting x is less than something. So the multiplicative inverse of 5x will be to multiply by 1/5 or divide by 5, divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 gives us 1. So we have x is less than 8. Now, to show all our possible solutions, we need to draw a number line. I like doing them with at least 5 numbers to give it some reference. The center of attention is the number 8. And since it is a regular less than symbol, we will use an open dot to indicate that 8 is not a possible solution since 8 is less than 8 is false. Now, we need to think of a number that we could substitute into x to make this true. Now, 6 is less than 8, true, so most likely this is the direction of our arrow. But just in case 10 is less than 8, that's false. Now let's go ahead and come over here and let's write down our steps for future reference. First step we used was distributive property. From there, it was already in descending order, so I'm going to just write descending order. Combine like terms. And then we use our t-chart. Remember, always identify the one with the greatest variable. Label that one your variable column, the other one the constant column. Now we did the additive inverse of 8, which is subtract 8. Then we did the multiplicative inverse of 5x, which is to divide by 5. Solution.